Not much of anything from Shellstar, but there. But yeah, Deafheaven, Infinite Granite. Yeah, damn it. But anyways, sorry about that, guys. So, I don't know if you noticed, but it's kind of starting to do something. And I'm hoping it don't affect me being able to upload today. Or else y'all are going to have to wait another day from the time of this recording. But anyways. This would be all my second album I've reviewed on this channel. But this is, I believe, 5th studio album by Deafheaven. And known for the most notorious of the blackened shoegaze. The short version, I'm not sure I should really say. Or you could also kind of say post-black metal, maybe. We'll go with that. Though it doesn't seem there as much of that lately. Also, well, that's what this album is. It's fun. I like this record, honestly. I will still probably... So far, they've, honestly, post Sunbather have made albums that I think are better than Sunbather. Musically, at least. And I would rather recommend over that album. Even though a lot of people want to call that a gateway, I'd like, I'd say you'd better off just listen to either New Bermuda or just Ordinary Corrupt Human Love, which honestly, after having listened to that, actually helped me like New Bermuda. And then obviously, but now this new album, I get if some people have issues, but it's fine. The album's okay. I like it. I like the fact that I feel like they've sort of tried to, at least in some aspect, even if it does seem a little bit, it's clearly more post-rock and shoegaze. Clearly the only tracks that seem to be the most likely to be black metal is, in terms of sonic, that use it more wisely, I guess, would be the first lead single, which was Great Mass of Color, and their final track, Mombasa. Though it's not like they don't sonically kind of hold on to those metal ideas in tracks like Villain or maybe even Lament for Wasps in a way, which I do find highlights. Neptune Raining Diamonds is like most of everything else seems to be more so or less in the vein. Yikes. Yeah, most of everything seems to be more in the vein of what you've come to expect from a band more in the post-rock. So there's a lot of those other things, but there's not enough for me to want to tell you that if you're interested in this, if you want an album that honestly could serve sort of as a gateway into the band, at least more so sticking with, but you don't want to like quite go black metal full on. Maybe the Villains or Lament the Wasp type, but if you want a little bit ease more into it, then I would say those other tracks with Mass of Color and Mombasa. And the other songs aren't bad either, even if they understand if some people find it filler, but I guess I have some, depending on what is considered filler, I find it, depending on the bands, I can find an immunity to it, I guess, compared to others. And I feel the band's decision to do this is also a huge, like, F you to the black metal kids, or at least the ones that aren't Deafheaven fans, that are too true cult metal gatekeeper-ish, being bull crap. And I think they're just trying to transition out of it. I just hope they're not completely transitioning out of flirting with metal. I think I would be fine with them just being more of a post-metal band, if that tends to flirt sonically with black metal, without lyrically going into that territory or vocally as much. But even though that's nowadays, that's kind of become what is now second wave screamo is kind of what this is. But regardless, I digress. I like what this album does. There's not much for me to say in comparison to before with the last album, but I'd still say that all that needs to matter for me is I like this. I understand. I'm in the indifferent but highly positive side of it, enthusiastically. I I would definitely feel like wanting to still come to this album, honestly. Maybe not as much as another album I will talk about on another video. And hopefully have more time to gush about before this storm comes and fucks me over. Anyways, that and keeps me from uploading, which will really piss me off. Anyways, what did you guys think of what few of you, and overall I'd say, like I guess in a similar way as before, but honestly, I'm going to just kind of say it on my end, in terms of the feel, thumbs up, enthusiastically enough that maybe, but like it might make honorable mentions if it doesn't make my best of the year. Since given how much I listen to stuff and how sometimes I get selective. But anyways, and plus I don't care much for black metal as one of my considered least favorite metal genres, metal-oriented genres. Same with grindcore, or the more traditional or the more traditional and brutal-based death metal, as opposed to bands that actually try to go and venture into other things to get other people into the death metal scene, like another band I'm about to talk about in another video that also came out with that album this week. It's way more exciting, I'll be honest with you. But Deafheaven, you did fine. You did fine. I understand if some people feel like you're getting a little lazy in the songwriting part of the department with it, but I just hope that if you do go a little bit more black metal, back to what you've been doing the past couple albums, while kind of, because this also, production-wise, I get similar feeling of New Bermuda. So, and that maybe that doesn't nearly as much as what Sunbather and or Corrupt Human Loves productions had, which I find more in favor of that style and tone. But but I get why they went with that one for to allow it to be more darker and denser, compared to even with the bright tone it has, in contrast. But they just kind of wind up being, which shoegaze is kind of dark in and of itself sometimes, so it made sense in that regard. But regardless, what did you think of Infinite Granite? Leave a comment below, let me know. As always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. This is Rockin' Movies with Tyler and I will see you in the next video. Take care, y'all.